Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. We're looking at the Australian dollar, considering the sharp rebound that we saw back on the 19th of March from 55 cents. The bulls have, to their merit, staged a further rise, and keeping to this uptrend, has now reached its target around 62 figure 40. It is assessed from the technical aspect that the market may still attempt to try and trade towards the top side of the range, but I feel beyond 62.40 will struggle, and therefore could expect to see a rejection very, very soon, because although the climb has now hit a 3-week high, it is, when you look to the aspect to the downside, a rather steep drop of around about 7 cents, considering how far we've recovered. And therefore I do anticipate that the market may look towards 61, 65. To get the market bearish and reinstate the downside, is we need to see now a break of 60.85 to initiate the target back towards 58.85 to 95. Little to reveal overnight for the US dollar and also for the euro to that fact. As the Easter period is nearly upon us, the euro was relatively quiet overnight, with the dollar index consolidating around 100. The fact is that we are looking now possibly to a quieter phase as we go into the Easter period. It is expected, though, that from the technical outlook is we are bearish, even though the RSI is flirting with the 50 midway point here. But if this pattern does hold, then we should see all eyes towards the downside. Talking of which, we have the initial jobless claim, which is coming out later today, with the previous number around close to 6 million unemployment claims, is that we are now looking to a forecast of 5 million. That will bring in total 15 million or so over the past 3 weeks of unemployment claims. I'm not sure if this will buckle the US dollar, but no doubt we'll have to see the outcome of what the market may reveal. I do feel, though, from a technical aspect, that the euro should, as I mentioned, keep its eyes on towards 106.60.80. Well, since the rejection from 109.35.45, dollar yen is still posed for a fresh down test. I feel from the technicals, as they are idle around the MACD zero axis, is that we should eventually see a turn to 108.45, which was close to the overnight low last night, and therefore could see another down test. Beneath there looks towards 107.70, with any advances expected to be capped around the region of 109.35 to 45. Sterling, little to report other than the fact is it's still trading sideways within the band of 121.70 and to the top side of the range at present at 125.55.75. I would only entertain the move to a bearish case if we see sub 121.70, as this would reveal the downside target around 118.60. In any advances, I would only entertain the top side around 126.70 to 127.45, and from there anticipate that the bears will come back and see a correction back to the downside. We are still seeing pressure towards this level of 139 figure in dollar CAD, and if we see a break, and that's a decisive one, and a close under New York, then I am looking down towards 136 figure 55 as an objective. Although we are seeing a little bit of a consolidating pattern here, the technicals are bearish, so let's see if we do see further pressure into tonight. The gold pretty much retreats to the top side for a couple of days ago, and from 1,674 did break the support level around 1,648 after posting yesterday a low of 1,639. With the base coming in round about 26 to 32, I still would like to point out that the swings are very, very large on gold, and due to the conditions that the market is in high volatility, trading still remains a high risk due to the uncertainty of the conditions to the markets. And therefore, I'd still like to express that you should continue to adjust your stop losses. But at present, there is still no trend. And while that's in place, it still gives me a little bit of a bear view, and not the fact is that the upside attempts may fail. But there is, to its merit, a nice little uptrend coming here, which sees support around 38 or maybe down to about 32. And if that holds and we don't go beneath 26, then we should see eventually a move up towards the recent highs around 74 to 76. Finishing off with oil, well, the market was a little bit firmer overnight, but now into the open of Asia this morning, a little bit weaker. Later today is that we have the OPEC meeting, and also hopefully from that, between Saudi Arabia and also Russia, that they may come to an agreement, and also should put a little bit more bullish bias to the outlook for oil. I am looking up towards the region around 31 and maybe on towards $36 a barrel, with the base holding around 25.5 to about, and beneath there 20, but 25.5 I feel should hold. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And from myself, Rob Clayton, and also from ECNTRADE, would like to wish you all a happy and safe long weekend and enjoy the Easter period.